Hey guys, it's Brian again with another ceiling fan video. What I've got for you here is one of my top 10 biggest childhood fans. This is a 42-inch Hampton Bay Southwind ceiling fan from March of 1989. These were originally manufactured by Aircool. It's white in finish with reversible blades. One side is washed oak, the other side is white. Has an added 3-light turtle fitter made by Westinghouse. It is 100% original. Mint condition, all the way down to the original pull chain. This was one of Hampton Bay's lower end models at the time, but it's actually a really well-made fan. There's the tag on the side of the switch housing. It says Hampton Bay Fan Company, not Hampton Bay Fan and Lighting, Hampton Bay Fan Company. Really nice little fan. I picked this fan up from local fan collector Chris Held. He had this installed in his stepdaughter's bedroom, and he had me over a month or two ago and had asked me to swap some fans with him. So naturally I went over there and he showed me some new installs that he had done in the house, and one of them was this one. And the first thing I said was, "That's a major childhood fan for me." And he said, "Really? You know, I didn't think it was anything special." And I said, "Yeah, I would really love to have that." So after an exchange, we decided to make it happen, took it down, and now here it is. So I'm very grateful to Chris for letting this go and becoming a part of my collection, because this has been a fan that I have been chasing after for a very, very, very long time. Because Home Depots did not exist in Northeast Ohio in the 1980s. Home Depot was a company, or is a company, that is based out of Atlanta, Georgia, and was really prevalent in the South in the 1980s, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, et cetera, et cetera. But in the 1980s, here in Cleveland, we had stores like Handy Andy, Builder Square, Lowe's. I mean, those were pretty much your big box stores. Home Depot did not exist up here. So finding one of these Hampton Bay Southwinds, or any early 1980s Hampton Bay, is quite a find. So let's go ahead and demonstrate the light kit. It's 3 60-watt LED bulbs in it. Very nice. And I do not have plans to keep this light kit on this fan. This is actually going back to Chris per his request, but I just figured I'd demonstrate it with the light kit on it because I rather like it. And I don't have a switch cap, unfortunately. And we'll go ahead and start the fan on low. Virtually no hum to it. Really is a nice fan. It's got a great low speed. Not moving really hardly any air on low. It's really more of an aesthetic speed, especially when it's hanging 10 feet in the air on my test rig. But there's no wobble on low. Bearings are good. The childhood story behind this fan is somewhat of a complicated one, but I will go ahead and tell it. When I was a kid, my mom's family used to live in Florida, specifically my grandmother and her 2 sisters, my great aunts and my great uncles. They used to live in the Tampa area in Florida in a place called Lutz, and you know, various different houses, single-story ranch homes built around the early to late 1980s. I have no idea if they built them. I don't believe they did. I don't really know the story about that. But anyway, one of my aunts was the woman that had all of the Hampton Bay windwards in her house, the white GE vent air-cool fans, or air-cool made Hampton Bay fans. She also had a Hunter Studio series in her bedroom and a first generation Huntington on the screened in porch out back. My other aunt had 3 of these Hampton Bay Southwinds in the spare bedrooms. She had early Hampton Bay gazebo in her master bedroom and one in the living room, and also one out on her screened in porch. So, and I believe I remember her telling me that my uncle had installed all of those fans in the house. Not entirely sure. I don't remember when they moved to Florida. It probably was before I was born, but I do remember going there as a kid to visit my grandmother and my aunts and uncles, and being at my one aunt's house, staying in the bedrooms with one of these in the bedroom. And they were all white, no light kits, in all 3 of the bedrooms. I have a lot of fond memories of seeing those fans and playing with the speeds and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and bump it up to medium. Sadly, my aunt passed away a number of years ago, as did my uncle. So really, it's in memory of her that I do this video, and one of the reasons why this fan is so important to me. You can definitely feel some air movement on medium. It's not going to be a massive amount of air, but you know, it's not bad for what it is. I don't know what these things retailed for when they were new. I would have guessed probably $39.99, $49.99, brand new. It's not a bad little fan. Very quiet fan. And now high. It does have a little bit of a wobble to it, but it doesn't really wobble that bad, to be quite honest. I've seen worse. It's moving a pretty decent amount of air on high. You know, it's about, you know, par for a fan this size. I mean, I really don't care. I remember the ones in my aunt's bedrooms moving a little bit better air, but that's probably because they were a little bit lower to the ground. They weren't sitting on such a high ceiling. You could feel them a lot more. And we'll spin down. But the bearings on the fan are perfect. I mean, this fan is just absolutely mint. Shockingly enough, I don't know how it wound up here from the southern area, but now it's in my possession. And it is not going anywhere. This fan will stay in my collection forever. These are very difficult to find. If anybody knows where I can get a switch cap made for this fan, I would greatly appreciate it. It's just a flat, round piece of metal like the blender fan switch caps. I'd have to measure it, obviously, and figure out the spacings for the holes for the screws. But I would love to put a switch cap on this fan so I could have it back to the way it was when I was a kid. So anyway, there you have it. That's the 42-inch Hampton Bay Southwind from March of 1989. Hope you guys enjoyed. Keep watching, more videos to come.